If you're still thinking saving money alone will make you rich, you're already losing. This video isn't about getting rich quick. It's about real, proven investment strategies that actually work. The kind that build real wealth and keep it. Let's start with something simple. There is no magic bullet when it comes to wealth, but there are smart, long-term plays that turn ordinary people into millionaires over time. And the key? Investing. Not flashy, not overnight, but powerful. So let's break down the most effective strategies you can use to grow your money and keep it growing. 1. Index fund investing. First up, index funds. Warren Buffett once said that for most people, the best thing to do is invest in low-cost index funds, and he wasn't joking. An index fund is basically a basket of stocks that tracks a specific part of the market, like the S&P 500, which includes 500 of the biggest companies in the US. What makes them powerful? You're not betting on one company to succeed, you're betting on the whole economy. Historically, the S&P 500 has returned about 8 to 10% per year on average, even after crashes. It's low maintenance, low cost, and it beats most actively managed funds over time. Set it, forget it, and let compounding do its job. 2. Dividend investing. Now let's talk about making money while you sleep literally. Dividend investing is all about owning shares in companies that pay you a portion of their profits regularly every quarter or even monthly. Think Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, companies that have been around forever and consistently pay out dividends. The more shares you own, the more dividends you get. And if you reinvest those dividends to buy more shares, your income snowballs over time. Eventually, your portfolio starts paying you, not the other way around. That's called passive income. Some people even build an entire retirement strategy around dividend-paying stocks, and it works. 3. Invest in yourself. Learn high-income skills. This is a big one, and no one talks about it enough. Investing in yourself might be the best money move you'll ever make. Take a course, learn a new skill, read books, watch tutorials. Why? Because when you learn skills like coding, design, writing, editing, sales, or marketing, you can earn way more money. Let's say you spend $300 learning a new skill, and it helps you get a better job that pays $10,000 more per year. That's a crazy return. More skills, more money, more investing power. This might be the most underrated investment strategy out there, and it doesn't even require you to use the stock market. When you invest in yourself, you're putting time, money, and energy into learning skills that can help you earn more in the future. And the return on this kind of investment can be massive. Even simple things like learning how to write better, manage your time, or communicate more clearly can have a huge impact on your career or business. The truth is, your ability to earn more money is directly connected to how much value you bring to the table, and the more skills you have, the more value you can offer. Plus, these skills never go away. You don't lose them in a market crash. They don't disappear if a company goes bankrupt. And you can take them anywhere, use them in any job, or even start your own thing with them. So, if you're short on cash but big on dreams, start here. Read books. Watch YouTube tutorials, join online communities, take free courses, learn as much as you can. Because no matter what happens in the economy, no one can take your skills away from you. 4. Thematic ETFs. Invest in big trends. Have you heard of ETFs? They're like a basket of stocks, but you only need to buy one share to own a piece of lots of companies. Thematic ETFs are focused on one big trend or idea, like clean energy, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, space technology. Instead of picking random companies, you just invest in the theme you believe will grow. For example, if you think robots are the future, there's an ETF for that. If you believe green energy is going to take off, there's one for that too. It's a super easy way to ride big trends without having to know everything. That's why thematic ETFs are such a smart option. An ETF, or exchange-traded fund, is basically a basket of many different stocks grouped together, and when you buy one share of an ETF, you're owning a tiny piece of all the companies inside that basket. Thematic ETFs are even more exciting because they focus on big future trends. Instead of spreading across every type of company, they zero in on specific ideas or industries that are expected to grow over time. 5. Dollar cost averaging. Here's a strategy that works for everyone, especially if you're starting small. Dollar cost averaging. This means you invest a fixed amount of money into an asset at regular intervals, like $300 into an index fund every month. Sometimes you'll buy when the market is high, other times when it's low. But over time, your average cost evens out, and you remove emotion from the equation. No guessing the market, no panic selling. This strategy is simple, boring, and ridiculously effective. It forces consistency, and consistency is what builds wealth. 6. Tax-advantaged accounts. Before you go all in on any investment, ask yourself, am I using the right accounts? Because where you invest is almost as important as what you invest in. In the US, there are accounts like the Roth IRA or 401k. In other countries, there are similar tools. With a Roth IRA, you invest post-tax dollars, and your money grows completely tax-free. That means when you retire, you don't owe a single cent on those gains. A 401k lets you invest pre-tax dollars, reducing your taxable income now. Some employers even match your contributions, which is basically free money. Using these accounts can save you tens of thousands in taxes over your lifetime. 7. REITs, real estate investment trusts. Want to invest in real estate without owning property? That's where REITs come in. REITs are companies that own income-producing real estate like malls, office buildings, or apartments. When you buy a REIT, it's like buying stock in real estate. You get paid through dividends, and the shares can grow in value over time. REITs are traded on the stock market, so they're super liquid, meaning you can buy or sell anytime. They're a great option if you want exposure to real estate without the hassle of being a landlord. That's where REITs come in. REIT stands for Real Estate Investment Trust, and it's a super simple way to invest in property without owning or managing anything yourself. When you buy a share of a REIT, you're basically buying a small piece of a big company that owns a bunch of real estate like office buildings, shopping malls, apartment complexes, hotels, or even hospitals. These properties bring in rental income, and the REIT pays out most of that money to you as dividends. That's how you earn. Some REITs are focused on residential properties, while others invest in things like data centers or warehouses. You can buy REITs through any stock market app, just like buying regular stocks. It's a great way to get into real estate with less money, less hassle, and a lot more flexibility. Plus, many REITs also grow in value over time, so you can earn from both the regular payments and the long-term growth. So here's the truth, the real truth that most people ignore. Wealth doesn't come from saving. It comes from owning things that grow stocks, real estate, businesses. Saving is just step one. Investing is step two. But it's not just what you invest in, it's how consistently you do it, how long you stick with it, and how disciplined you are when things get rough. Everyone talks about building wealth. Few actually do the boring, consistent things that work. Do like and subscribe our channel for more informative videos like these, and don't forget to press the bell icon if you never want to miss an update. If you want to break the cycle, if you want to stop living paycheck to paycheck and start building something that lasts, you need to start now, not tomorrow, not next year, now.